Hello, everybody. Welcome to my talk. I am here with a five high habit, and I thought it was on chapter 9, but I'm on chapter 10. So, I'm actually more than halfway done with this book. I'm excited because I want to read the 54321, which my sister has, so we're gonna swap the books. Um, and today's chapter is how about I start tomorrow? So it's about procrastination, another thing that does affect me because I've tried and I think I've been a lot better now, but I was the most horrible procrastinator because I rather, especially if it's like something that's harder, I will leave it for tomorrow. And today I will like fold clothes, wash dishes, watch TV, do whatever, but I could do that tomorrow when I'm more relaxed because right now I can't. And and of course, and that's with everything. The book is talking more about like older adult people. So as you grow older, you have to work harder at not procrastinating because now you have more responsibilities, right? Um, so I still like one of I will tell you now a major thing is my bills. Like I would have money. It's not that I don't have money. It's that I have the money there, but I kept saying, I'll pay him tomorrow. I'll pay him tomorrow. I'm still on time. I'm gonna do this. Da 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 da. And I would do that, and then I forget, and then next week, oh, the bills. I'll do it tomorrow, and then I forget. So as soon as the thought comes into your mind, just grab it and do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna say that a lot more once I read the book, but I'm like on it already because I just heard one of her, blogs or whatever she does, Mel Robbins, and she was talking about that, and I thought that was so amazing for us procrastinators. I'm like the biggest one, and I started doing that, 2020 when I started listening to all these people that tell you, motivate you to move, and I love it. I haven't read the book. It's been 2 years, but I'm close to reading it. I only have this much more to read, and then I'm gonna get that one. But I incurred a lot of late fees, interest, etc., and that's from way back when, and I'm still paying for it now. But I got on it with all this motivational speaking that I've been listening to, and that's why I started working at the pubs because it's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm not gonna pay it by just sitting here and just doing the same thing I've been doing. I need to do something different, so I started that, and then that's when I also started. I decided, I want to be a coach, and I want to not be a what is it, a hobby coach. I want to make it a business. So now I'm working on that to make it actually work and give me residual funds, right? Not just like the $30 here and there, which is good because it gives me gas money. So I'm thankful for the little bit that it gives me. I just wanted to give me more. I wanted to change it for the pops because the pops kills my hands, and I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. I do it because I like it. If it was really killing me and I was suffering, I would not be there anymore. But I like it. I enjoy it. But I'm trying to get the money that I get at the pops from Beachbody. That way I could leave the pops. Um, but anyway, let me move on to the book. So the book is talking. The whole chapter 10. She's talking about this. I even forgot his name, but she got in a taxi in Texas, and she started talking to the person, and the person was he says he wants to be an actor, and so Mel Robbins tells him, well, what are you doing here in Texas? You either have to go to New York or California. And he says, oh, I'll do it later when I'm ready, when I have money, when I make a plan. And she goes, no, it's you're 20. I think he's 25. You need to like Boom, boom, boom. Don't look at what is not working. Look at what is working, what's going to make you move forward faster, right? And so I've been doing that without even reading this chapter, just by her motivation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom, do it. So I started doing the YouTube, I started doing Instagram, I started doing Beachbody, and I don't know what I'm doing. I think I might got a little better, but it's just, start, because if you start, then you better yourself, and that you're closer to whatever it is you're trying to do. And so she talks about the RAS again, which it was at the beginning of the book, which is the filter you have in your mind, and it filters everything that's coming on, or that you're hearing, watching, listening to. And so it does it's used to telling you no, like red flags, like don't do that, you know. Wait till tomorrow, see if it works on somebody else first. So you have to make it work to be positive RAS. Um, Start, and what she said, which I like it a lot, 2020, because of the motivation and all that. I started journaling. I listened to this little girl. She's like in her 20s. And sometimes she's like way out there, but a lot of things she says, I like her meditation. Uh, but it's journaling, and how journaling has helped her reach her goals, because she writes what she wants, every day, and sometimes it's repeated, the same things. And I was doing the Mel Robbins journal, and I would do the same things. And it's only been months since I started, reading this. And with the journal, I got my bike, and I don't remember what else I put in there. But just writing it and just thinking about it all the time just makes you, get to it faster. What else did I have in there? Because I think I've reached a couple of things that I had, and once I get to what I want, then I just replace it with a new one and start writing it. I stopped doing it a couple of months ago. Got to get back into it, because now I read the book, and it tells me that it works, and I know that it works because it worked for me, right? So let me explain. Have you ever gone on a road trip? Let's say, okay. So it talks about, going on a road trip, and going, those little signs that said, 100 miles to Vegas, 50 miles, 25 miles, you're here. And how exciting that feels. Well, that's how excited it will feel to make a goal and, get to it. But you have to do the steps to get to it. By writing it down, you are trained your mind that this goal is important. That's the journaling. If you write it down, it's important, and your RAS is going to know to open up and let those thoughts in. Don't filter it out. Let it in so you can move on with that goal. As I mentioned, the training builds on the habit of looking for heart shapes. That's something that she said, to start training the RAS by looking for hearts everywhere. And if you look for them, you'll see it. You'll find them. And like, for example, she had also said in previous chapters, like if you want to buy a car, or you like something, then you start, before you didn't see them, and all of a sudden you start seeing them everywhere, because you opened your RAS up to, I like this, I want to get it, and where are they? It makes you, see it more, so you work for it more. I had put this here for a reason, and I forgot. Just so many letters. I should write it down. I know I say this all the time. Probably because I've been this before. Let's wipe it away. First comment to high five. It's a sign. I don't remain. Here's another thing. Failure is what happens when you give up. So a lot of people don't start anything because they're afraid to fail. But failing is not starting whatever it is you want to do. Um, because then you'll never know if you were gonna make it or not. And so failing is when you give up or when you start towards something and you just don't have the patience to see it through, then you fail because you didn't see it through, right? So I'm just gonna stick with everything I'm doing till I get and if I don't get there, which I'm supposed to be positive and think that I will get there because I will. um, it's just fun to see, like, if I wouldn't have listened to these people, I really like all the people at the Pops. I enjoy listening to the kids like scream and laugh and do dumb things, and then the ladies that are there that are so nice. I've got a customer from there. um, and it's nice to talk and to see different kinds of people. I just love people, and I wouldn't have if before this I would have seen the bike. I would have wanted the bike, and I would have in my mind I would have said, "Oh, I can't afford that because I owe so much money." It's I passed on a lot of things because I don't have money because the money I make needs to go to my bills, and the Pops. Even if I'm tired, I am so grateful for that because it's just amazing. Like, I wouldn't have been able to go to my trip to St. Louis if it wasn't for the Pops. So I I just thank all of this stuff that's been going on that's motivating me, and I hope I motivate you to know that you can do everything. You could do everything you want. You just have to, like Paola Herrera, that's who started me with all this. It's not that you thinking like the vision board that, oh, I want this, I'm gonna put these pictures up there and I want it. Just because I put the pictures up there, it's not gonna happen. It's gonna happen if I look at the pictures and see it and wish on it every day and say, okay, this is the one I'm working on right now. What do I need to do to get to this point? And then act on it. Act on it. That's what we need to do. So I still procrastinate every once in a while. The girls are watching a movie, I'll go and sit, or I'm trying to get customers on my Instagram, and then instead of doing that, I start procrastinating, looking at the thingy. um, for example, I was supposed to clean the jacuzzi this summer, and I actually did the initial here. And the only reason I started was because it rained on me, and I had to clean all the front area of it. But I haven't. But I have one more thing. I am gonna start a lifting program with Joel Freeman, Lift More, and I need one of the equipment that's in there, the bench, and there's all kinds of stuff on top of the bench and around the bench. So another little area of the jacuzzi will be cleaned this weekend because I'm starting that on Monday. So little things that that just make you do the things that will get you to where you want to be. And I I guess I should have wrote down like the things that I wanted to say about this, but that's basically what it's saying. Uh, Not to hold yourself back. Journal what you want so you keep it, in front of everything that's happening, because every day something new comes up. But if you journal on this is what I want, you'll keep it front of mind, and just act on that, work on that. Even though there's other things that can pull you different ways than just like the next day you write it again and then you say, oh, what can I do today to get there? So don't procrastinate, people, especially if you're around my age. There's no more time for procrastination. It's like we have to boom 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 work at it and get to our goals, because we have life is short. uh, um, enjoy and enjoy the process. Like, working on it is is amazing. Like I've had the I started 2020 with all this. I've had 2 years of, like this opening of my mind, and it's just so I'm happy because acting on things that I plan is just amazing, and even talking to this just makes me more confident, more just happy, like me telling somebody, and if you guys would listen, uh, that you guys could be happy and getting to goals, making goals and getting to them is like amazing. That's a fun part of of the process. So thank you for listening to me. I hope I motivate you as other people have motivated me. I know I'm just starting, but it's exciting, and I hope that you guys could get there and make goals and get to them and keep going because it doesn't stop. Once you reach one goal, then make another one, and it just keeps you energized, happy, vibrating, ready to move forward, do other things. Don't get stuck. Don't sit there and watch TV. Don't sit there and just work. Do things. It's amazing. Even just reading and just learning or listening to these people, it's just like it just brings a smile to your face, even if you're not at the point where you're able to do things at this particular moment. I mean, it's taken me 2 years to actually do a little bit of things, right? Because at the beginning, I couldn't buy the bike, I couldn't go to Missouri, I couldn't do lots of things that I'm doing right now. Right now, I can't do a lot of things because I'm working all the time.